Hi there, Stephen Hurd with eXp Real Estate here in Orange County, California. Today I'm giving you 5 quick tips that will help you become a better landlord or things to consider if it is your first time being a landlord. Let's start with tip number 1. Tip number 1 is use the service RentSpree. RentSpree is an online service that makes it really easy to qualify tenants, to run an application and a background check on them, and to get their credit report. You simply sign up for the service, you send them the link, they are responsible to pay the background check fee. And then once they are done filling out the application and all of the information, it automatically gets sent to you for you to review. The second tip is to ask for references from their references. What do I mean by that? Let's say they give you a list of 3 references. As you're calling them, what you want to do is you want to ask them, hey, in addition to you giving me a reference today, which I appreciate, I would also like to ask you if there is one other person that you know who also knows this tenant that I can speak to for a character reference. And this is really good because a lot of times when you're calling their references, they've already coached them what to say. So of course they're going to speak positively. But what you want to do is see if you can speak to someone who actually hasn't been coached by them. And what you're really looking for is a common theme of words. If you hear things like, you know, he's very clean, professional, organized, etc., then you know you typically have a good tenant. But if you start to hear things like, oh yeah, I know he's going through a hard time, or this and that, those things can cause you to want to investigate further. The third quick tip is to ask your renter to get renter's insurance. So what does renter's insurance cover for the renter? It will cover things like personal property, if something's lost or stolen. It will cover things like liability, if somebody gets hurt in the home. And then lastly, it will cover things like living expenses. If something happens to the home and they have to move out and live in a hotel or whatnot, they have a limited amount of insurance that can help cushion the cost of that. So this just adds in an extra layer of protection so that everything's not all on you and on your insurance, and they have their own insurance. The fourth quick tip is to create a who to contact sheet. So think of it like this. Part of being a landlord is you're wanting passive income. But what happens a lot of times is that your tenants will call you for questions, they will call you to come fix things, and it creates a little bit of hassle in your life. So one of the smartest things you can do is create a who to contact sheet, just so they know who to call in case of what scenario before picking up the phone and calling you. So this just saves you a little bit of time. You want to include things like the water company, the gas company, a local handyman, just specific things of who to contact if something goes wrong with the house, and if it's something that you're responsible for, then you want them to call you. So that's the tip number 4. Tip number 5 is outline for them clearly how to exit the home properly. Outline clearly how to exit the home properly. What do I mean by that? Well, typically, there are 2 types of people. As a real estate agent here in Orange County, there are the type of people who sell their home, like me, and they get it professionally cleaned because they feel it's the responsible thing to do for the next homeowner who's going to be living in their home. Then there are other people who really feel that there's no reason to get the home cleaned if they're moving out of it. And so what I've learned is, as a landlord, you really want to outline in writing what that looks like when they leave. So explain to them, we're going to do an inspection after you leave to make sure the home is still in good shape, and outline all of this in writing. Have them put it in a document and have them sign it. Home is to be professionally cleaned the day of move out. If there are any holes in the wall from paintings, this and that, you need to patch it up. So just outline all of that stuff in writing, because a lot of times when they're busy moving, they're not going to remember what was in their lease contract, and having it in writing makes them kind of mentally commit to just taking better care of the house. So these are 5 quick tips on, helpful tips on being a landlord. I hope that you found this valuable. If you did, click the like button and comment below if you have any additional tips to add. Thanks for watching. Again, this is Stephen Hurd with eXp Real Estate here in Orange County. Have a great day.